Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special interview. And when we say special, we mean special because all the way for the first time we can truly say we are international, because for the first time from Brazil we welcome Fabio from Maestrick. Hello, Fabio.
Hello. Hello, Nigel. Hello, Trish. It's great to be here and could talk about something that I really love, that is Maestrick and music.
Well, and we are absolutely delighted to have you. I can't believe that. Well, I mean, for my job, I talk to international customers all the time, but to be talking about music to somebody who's probably your bedtime now in Brazil, is that right?
No, yeah. They're full. Is it? You're behind us.
Are you behind us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming up to lunchtime.
4 p.m. here.
4 p.m. Well, yeah. That's fine then. It's fine.
See on the maths, me.
So we have viewed your album. God, how do you pronounce the album again? Is it
Espresso della Vita Lunare?
Lunare.
It's in Italian.
Okay. So if somebody's going to you for the first time, Fabio, so what sort of music do you play then, Fabio? How would you describe Maestrick and the music that you perform?
Well, I think that we are very cinematic and a broad kind of music that I often say that we are more concerned with hitting the target than the direction we are shooting. So I think we are very open to any ideas if it makes sense artistically, But I think we are a prog metal band. At the end of the day, we are a prog metal band.
I think it's very interesting, isn't it? Because the first your album, I think when I reviewed it, was that it wasn't a prog metal band. It was, it was something very cinematic in terms of its arrangement, and there was a bit of jazz in there. There was a bit of like, you know what I mean? And then you go into very kind of long tracks, which is kind of more prog metal, but also I think your musicality makes it a bit of a dilemma, because typically prog metal is kind of known for kind of going off in different directions, where there seem to be more a lot more composition and direction to your music, and so kind of people put you in a prog metal because you're more lengthy kind of songs from that perspective. So what made you go? What made you? I'd be interested to find out what, in terms of how you composed the album to go from that very cinematic kind of almost power metal-y to merge it into this kind of more kind of longer kind of prog metal. What was going through your mind when you were composing that sort of album? Is that something that you set out, or did you just let it flow and see where it went?
I am a very curious person, so I really like to try to understand some different styles and to go deep sometimes into world music and different kinds of music or artistic movements. And I'm a very visual person since I was a kid, so I think I try to translate what I feel, and it's always very visual. I think that one of the things that I love the most is create musical landscapes. I believe that each note has a color, and when you mix those notes and do the harmonies and well, for me, something magical. So I think I only try to express what I'm feeling, and yeah, sometimes I go with the flow, but sometimes I think a lot about the best way that I think that the narrative or the lyrical needs to go. But it's more about feeling than something rational,
And I mean, because it's quite a composition. Does the band help you compose that, or are you the solo creator of some of these kind of the musical and stuff, or do they have an influence in what you make?
I think we really are a band that work together, but I really like to write songs. It's something. Sometimes it's physical to me. I really love to write, just to sit on my piano or with my acoustic guitar and think and try to express and try to bring some different taste, musical taste. I'm always listening to orchestral music or instrumental music, jazz music, and Brazilian music, and so I think that it's a Maestrick song when everyone gave their opinions, and nobody has more weight on the opinion than the other. So everyone is free to give a little bit of himself on the songs.
So I've written two bands that you remind me of. One, a very classic kind of 80s rock band, and I'll be interested to see, we'll reveal at the end, and one more kind of in the early 2000s kind of power metal band that some of your music reminded me of. So what was your influences in terms of your musicality and when you're kind of growing up? Was it always going to be rock music, or so what were your influences that drove you into this genre to then start composing kind of music in this area?
Well, when I was a kid, my mom used to buy those little vinyls with fairy tales, and there was a person that was the narrator, and the music was behind the story, and I think it's one of the things that influenced me more, because as I told you, I am a very visual person, so I think it was the first spark to me. And my favorite band is Queen. I really love their different approaches, and they went into so many styles, and I really love Freddie Mercury's voice. And
not the band that I had written down, but I can see it. But there we go.
My favorite album from Queen is Queen 2, the second album.
Okay.
Their second album, yeah. And I really love Broadway musicals, and yes. I'm a huge fan of Andrew Lloyd Webber, Danny Elfman, Camille Saint-Saëns, a French composer, John Williams, Hans Zimmer, and those movie songwriters. I really love movie soundtracks. It's one of the things that I listen the most. But I'm a huge fan of Gentle Giant, for example. Yes, Genesis. And the prog metal bands like Dream Theater, Symphony X, and those bands from the early 2000.
Nope. I'm off the beat here. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I wrote down. I'll even show it to you. I'll even show you what I wrote down. Very much a band from the. Sorry, go on.
Oh God.
No, God. It's a complimentary. Yeah, there we go.
I didn't think what's coming here.
Dio.
Dio.
Yeah, Dio. Yeah, Ronnie James. Some of your lyricisms and storytelling reminds me of that kind of early kind of stuff, and Camelot in terms of that kind of storytelling, that power metal kind of genre from the early thousands as well, which I absolutely. I think when I first I hadn't really got into power metal, and then I listened to Camelot, and my God, it just took me away, and because there was a piano and an orchestral kind of vibe to it from that one. But it's really funny you say about music of Herbert, because certainly with Ghost Casino, I almost felt that was a bit like Moulin Rouge kind of vibe kind of going on, which I thought was fantastic. So So that was my favourite track on the album was Ghost Casino.
Great.
But
It's my favourite track too.
well, sorry, I beat you to it.
Really? So I will give a spoiler. On the next month, we will do a music video for Ghost Casino.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it will be our biggest production since now. Until now, sorry. Yeah, will be the like Tim Burton Moulin Rouge.
Yay! See, look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that! You see, look at that! I know my stuff. I know my stuff. Anyway, so tell me about, because when you see, you know, bands such as Queen and Rolling Stones, you know, they come to Brazil, and they perform in Brazil, and it's phenomenal. The crowds, the concerts are absolutely phenomenal. So, and yet, in the kind of rock scene, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's rare, but we do see bands coming out of Brazil. So what is the rock scene? You know, Pamela, what is the scene in Brazil? I mean, do a local bands have difficulty rising to kind of stardom because everybody's looking international? How does that scene all kind of work in Brazil?
Yeah, well, we have huge bands like Sepultura, for example, Angra, and we have a lot of local bands, but we have some cities, the capitals, like São Paulo, Belo Horizonte, where Curitiba, where the rock scene is stronger, you know. But we have some festivals.
What do you mean by stronger? What do you mean?
Are stronger.
Oh, stronger.
Yeah.
Some Brazilian word then, but there we go. Stronger, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But it's difficult in general because we don't have a professional structure. We don't have a professional scene at the most of the cities.
Right.
So we need to build partnerships with companies that try to make available a tour, for example. But it's possible. It's possible. I think when you have a great career management, as we have now, with Milton Mendonça, our manager, I think the things become easier.
Right.
But in general, it's difficult.
So how long have you been together as a band then, and how did you create the band? Is people your friends you already knew, or did you advertise? How did you go recruit your band? But how long have you been together first of all?
We formed the band in 2006.
Okay.
And we were friends. My first band, when I formed my first band, I was with 11 years.
Oh, okay.
So my first professional band, when I formed my first professional band, I was with 16. And a curious thing, our bassist, we know each other since we were kids, and he was on this first band with 10 years old. So,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we still play until today. It's great. So we are friends. We knew Heitor, our drummer, and he joined the band in 2006.
Okay.
And then we only changed it, our guitar players. Before our first album being released, the two guitar players decided to get off the band. So we played with some guest musicians until we find Guilherme Henrique, our current guitar player. So, and I think we will add a keyboardist that plays live with us, and he's a great guy, and I think maybe he will join us to the lineup, the official lineup.
Listen, I've got lots of more questions to ask you, but it's the time of the show where everybody tunes in for. I mean, we could just skip the first half and just skip to this bit here, and it's the TT time, and it's Trish time. Trish, let's find your quick fire question, shall we?
Okie dokie. So, obviously, Nigel and I have said what our favourite song is on your latest album, but what would yours be?
I think at this moment, Ghost Casino.
Yeah, that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Very technical.
Yeah, because we started to play it live. The debut of the song was a month before, and I really love to sing this song live. So it's very, very interesting.
Oh,
I'm listening a lot to Ghost Casino. Yeah.
Obviously, from when I reviewed the album, obviously I noticed that one of the tracks, Boo, was with Tom S. England. Was I correct in my thinking that it is the one from Evergrey, or did I get that completely wrong?
Yeah, the one of Evergrey. Yeah.
How did that come about?
Yeah, it was an idea that came from our manager. When we were with the album finished, he brought the idea of bringing some very, very, very special guests. And so, as he knows everyone in the business,
Wow.
we thought that Tom would fit very well with Boo. So, well, he did a beautiful job. Yeah. And he plays the role of a character named as Spirit of Vengeance. So it's a spirit that lives in a painting and tries to influence the main character to commit some crimes and assume hatred. So yeah. And we had Tom England. We have Roy Khan.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and Jim Gray from Caligula's Horse.
Yeah. Oh, so, very prog rock, that one. Yeah.
So it was Milton's idea, and of course they needed to work artistically, but we thought that they would bring more attention to the album, so...
I was so excited when I saw that Tom was on it, because I love Evergrey, so...
Yeah, me too, yeah.
So I'm seeing them in December, actually. They're coming over to the UK with Catatonia.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, please.
I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions. So what's your favourite film?
Whoa, Interstellar.
Oh my God! I watched that on the plane. I went to America, literally, really? and I watched that on the plane, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And I wish I'd seen it before because it's been around a while. But what a film! What a plot! Absolutely, because science fiction sometimes can go off a little bit, but I love science fiction. But what a film! Yes. Yes, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely good. What timing is that? That's freaky. That's freaky. That is freaky. But there we go. Anyway,
the soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, it's just superb. Anyway,
favorite food?
I don't know in English, but risotto.
I don't know.
It's like a rice.
Okay. Risotto.
Risotto.
Yeah, risotto.
Oh, risotto. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
With cheese and meat.
Yes.
I'm a cheese lover.
Yes. Favorite type of weather? Hot or cold? Rain? Sunshine?
Rain.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. What is your favorite song ever?
Oh, difficult question.
Barry.
I think the Mozart Requiem.
Oh,
The Requiem from Mozart. Yeah, yeah.
wow. Favorite singer or band?
Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Quite incredible.
I've done my
What about favourite reviewer, Trish? What about favourite?
I have two.
Yay! Yeah, but what about Trish? No, I'm joking. So, when did you discover you could sing and that you had an amazing voice?
Oh, thank you for the compliment. I remember that since I was a kid, I started to study acoustic guitar with 7 years. And I started to play and sing at this time. So I think it was something very natural to me. But I'm a really nerd talking about vocal technique. I really love to study and to go deep inside this vocal world, about the new techniques, and I really see myself as an actor. I try to.
Oh, really?
I see myself as a storyteller. I try to take my voice to the mood the song asked me. I don't know if I'm not.
No, not at all. No, absolutely no. It's like I know what you're. I know where you're coming from. It's. I think it's about story. I think what I'm detecting here, whether it's an actor or a narrator or anything, you're a storyteller. You are a storyteller, and I would imagine that whether it's through music, film, acting, reading, I think you just want to portray a story. Is that right?
Yeah. If you listen to Solari, for example, the previous album, you can listen a clear voice, a clean voice, a soft voice sometimes. Because I tried to input a childlike feeling, because it's the beginning of the story, and I don't know if you know about the concept of Espresso della Vita, but it's a one-day train travel as a metaphor to our journey through life.
Yeah.
So Solari is from the birth, the embark of the main character until the very beginning of his adult life. So Lunari starts from this point and goes until the main character gets off the train at an advanced age. So it's an idea that came from my mother. We were doing here in Brazil. We don't have a tea time, we have a coffee time. So we were drinking coffee and talking, and then she came with this beautiful analogy. And, well, I thought that would be something great to input emotions and to talk about a little.
So, when we reviewed the album, I think overall people enjoyed the album, but the main, because we review obviously for listening pleasure, and you didn't get such high ratings as I think you deserved, but I understood where people were coming from in terms of that they felt that some of the tracks were too long and they kind of switch off a little bit, etc., etc. When you hear people say that, do you? It obviously doesn't annoy you, otherwise you wouldn't have come talk to us. But do you feel that you would change the way your artistic impression, in terms of maybe creating shorter tracks, or do you feel the pressure to go more down that way, or is your mindset in a way to go, no, this is me telling my story, and I'm going to keep telling the way that I want to tell it? So I suppose I'm trying to say is, do you feel peer pressure from, say, fans such as ourselves or people that reviewed it to go, yeah, maybe they're right, and maybe I'll make my track shorter? How do you feel when you kind of hear that, or do you just go, well, no, because my audience, which is more prog rock, love it, and I'm going to stick to that?
Well, if I feel that I need to go to some direction, I will be there.
Right.
But I think that on the other hand, it's important to listen to different opinions and think about it, and maybe increase something or bring something. And well, I think that everything is possible. So
when Queen decided to go get Bohemian Rhapsody recorded, and they said, like, they'll never, a 6-minute song would never, 7-minute song would never sell, and it became number one.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, it was bizarrely, when they first brought out it, a majority of the media criticised them for it. But obviously what do we know? The public absolutely loved it. So from that perspective as well. So
yeah. And sometimes, please.
No, you go. You say. Come.
Sometimes people like epic films, for example, like Lord of the Rings, and there's a lot of people that don't like movies with this so big movies with big length. I don't know. I think that it's something personal, and I totally respect that. So
yeah, no, absolutely. So, are you currently touring in Brazil? Are you taking the album out to the masses, and are you touring, and do you play internationally at all?
Yeah, we played on October of the last year on Prog Power Europe, on Netherlands in Barlo.
Okay.
And we did the biggest heavy metal festival in Brazil called Bangers Open Air.
Okay.
In São Paulo. 2 months ago. And we started the tour playing in some cities, and the next show will be in the USA. We will play in Prog Power USA in Atlanta, and then we will continue in South America, in Brazil and some different countries of South America. And maybe on the next year we are Milton is talking with some managers to do another European tour, because we did our first European tour in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. But this time will be something with more, will be bigger,
And are you successful enough that the band is supporting you full time as a living, or do you have to supplement that with another work or another job?
No, we are. Everyone on the band is a full-time musician, and we are teachers. We have a lot of students, and I also write soundtracks to some movies, and I do orchestral arrangements and choral arrangements to some bands, metal bands that ask me, and we are full-time musicians.
And what do you think the future holds for you then, Fabio? Are you working on a new album? Is it going to be what's the plan over the next 12 months? I'm going to be talking to you again next year about Ghost Train, the return of.
Yes, we are already working on some ideas to the next album, and I think we will not maybe. Another spoiler. I think we will release, maybe it's our intention to release an album in 2027.
Okay.
Yeah. But a completely new concept and story. The Espresso de la Vita is finished.
Fantastic. Well, Fabio, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's such a thrill to have you on, and for you to make the time all the way from Brazil. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Fabio. We are looking forward to watching your career and your progress with much interest. Anyway, thank you very much. Leave your comments below, hit the like and subscribe button, people, because we're over 500 now. Now we go for 1,000 because we're just crazy guys like that. And thank you very much to Trish, thank you very much to Fabio. Good night, keep on rocking, and check out Maestrick and check out the album. Thank you very much. Goodbye.